sitting with me right now is the owner of Ventura Remodeling in Powell, Ventura Remodeling, excuse me. They are one of Ohio's highest rated remodelers with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and they are also have an A rating on Angie's List. They also focus on environmentally friendly advances and stay certified in the latest energy saving techniques. I have personally seen their work, and I've listed some of the homes that they have remodeled. And I'm telling you what, they are just absolutely exquisite, and they will give you the best return on your investment. So right now I have Cita Chapa here with me, and I just want to ask a couple questions to you, Cita.
Hello, Lori. How are you?
Good.
Good.
For the public, I just want to know, a lot of people ask me, well, should I do this or should I do that? What am I going to get the best return on my investment with? I mean, should I finish my basement or should I finish my kitchen first? Is it worth it? Do you have thoughts on that? Like, what would you say to somebody?
Well, every project's different, and the kitchens and bathroom remodeling would be the first point of project. It gives a better return for the money in terms of either selling or staying in the home. In terms of projects, the third project would be a room addition, because it adds more square footage to the home, in return adds more value to the home.
Sure, that makes sense.
So those are the three most important projects to do to the home. It would be the kitchen remodel, the bathroom remodel, and a room addition.
Are there things people waste their money on that you would say don't bother doing or save that to last? That's something I've always wondered.
It's really hard to say, because I don't want to say that wasn't homeowners do ask me, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do that?
Yeah.
And quite frankly, it's whatever their needs are, whatever they want to do.
Sure.
And if they want to install a beautiful door in the front of the house, obviously that adds to cosmetic effect. But and then flooring obviously really helps in painting the interior walls. We do some exterior, but with architectural drawings, we would obviously complete the room addition. Again, that really is a very good investment, because if you have a smaller home, you add an addition to the home, it makes a huge difference. And our goal is to make that room addition look like it's always been and with that home, and it's always been there.
Yeah, like we were talking about that last week. Remember, we were talking about I have a buyer who was interested in a house in Upper Arlington, and it was a salt box style house, and they,
salt box style house.
Yeah, that's like a square. Thank you for clarifying. That's like a big square, basically, and it's easy to remodel something that is a salt box style versus something that has a lot of angles and roof pitches. And a lot of different room additions, I would say, maybe.
Yes.
Because you could go out from the top. They wanted to add a second story addition and a first floor addition. And I talked to Cita about what would that cost. And,
yes.
and of course, she knows her areas very, very well. So she was able to talk to me about, oh, well, in Arlington, that would be X amount of dollars per square foot, and they would get the return on that.
Yes.
So I conveyed that to my clients, and that was very helpful for them to make the decision on what they wanted to offer.
In terms of areas of the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio, Dublin, Upper Arlington, Worthington have always held their value in terms of marketing a home and resale. You were asking about Upper Arlington, which is the highest return for your money in terms of room additions, because
It's interesting.
There are some older homes there that are like you're talking about, salt box homes that there's no easy or any direction in terms of where you should take that room addition, whether it be first floor or whether it be second floor. Obviously, first floor would be much easier to do, but then when you get onto the second floor, sometimes you need an engineer's consulting, actually a consult, so that the client can refer to the any pre-existing issues that may be complicating any type of remodeling or construction. So you then have the engineer, you have an architect involved. So there's many key factors in terms of, you just don't build a room addition.
Permits and all that. You probably have to have permits, I'm guessing.
You have to pull, sometimes you have a zoning issue, which is not a really big deal, because you can file for any zoning deviation from the existing home. But you do need to file for building permits, and I suggest that for any project that you do in the home that would entail any removal of walls, which may be an extension of the kitchen.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes, so in any time you remove a wall in a kitchen or a bathroom, it requires a building construction permit. We are a general contractor, and this is what we do best. We hire, we have our own, I'm sorry, we don't hire, a lot of companies hire out subcontractors and contractors. We have our own contractors, general contractors, that do the work. They are very good at what they do. They're very knowledgeable. They work alongside the engineer. They also work alongside the architect. And then in turn we work, all of us work together with the client to make sure that they're getting what they would like to have in terms of an addition, in terms of what they want into the
what
addition.
does, like, I mean, what does something like this cost? I know that's a general question,
Oh,
but
geez, you know,
like, can you ballpark it, or
you know,
is
I
it-
can give you some idea of what a room addition would cost in terms of first floor would be approximately $150 to $200 a square foot.
in Arlington or everywhere?
You know, this would be in terms of, you know, anywhere that you go to. That's what builders charge
Sure.
per square foot.
That makes
This
sense.
is a new build. It's actually a new building type project, so it's new construction.
Oh, gotcha.
If it's existing, obviously it's a different story. But you're knocking out an existing wall to add on to a new home. Or, I'm sorry, an existing wall to add on
Sure.
to new
I knew what you
space for
meant.
the existing
Yeah.
home. So, therefore, you need a building permit. And trust me, you
I mean,
do not want to
how long do
deviate
these
from
things
that.
take usually to do?
Well, it
Like a room
depends on
addition?
well,
Depends on what you put in it.
it depends on the square footage. You know, I don't think we've ever done a room addition less than 500 square feet. It's just really
Wow.
not the norm.
Well, I've seen some of your work, and you do tremendous, like, marble and granite work. I
Well,
mean,
thank you.
What do you think about, like? Give me your take on
Okay,
on that.
yes, and well, I appreciate that, Lori. We try. That's our number one goal.
You do beautiful work.
Thank you. And we try to please the homeowner and the client. We want to make sure that we do it right. We get a lot of where our business is based on referrals. So we get a lot of referrals, and we do 3 and 4 projects for one client.
I
So
can
we're
tell
very
that by
proud
your
of that.
ratings with the Better
Thank
Business
you.
Bureau and Angie's List.
Yes, and we appreciate that very much. So yeah, getting to granite countertops and countertops in general, just to let you know, to update a current kitchen that some homeowners don't want to put a lot of money into, countertops and backsplash and updating appliances are very important. So I've
That's good to
actually,
know.
yes, and granite is one of the countertops that do get a little bit of return for your money. But there's also marble, and in the European market, that's the biggest, one of the biggest returns, and that's exactly what they use as the marble for the countertops. And I just want to thank my friend Daniele at FMG Shapes. He educated me on this in the last several weeks, and I've learned a lot in terms of granite versus marble. They're both beautiful materials. Granite is more, it just has a lot going on with it, and sometimes you can't match existing cabinets or the existing decor of the home. So it's, you know, you need to go to like a marble or some other type of countertop.
That's interesting. I bet a lot of people don't think about that.
Yeah, marble's more, it has more veining, it
Sure.
has a veining to it, but it's actually more natural, and it has like more of a solid color.
See, these are things people don't necessarily think about,
Right.
and this is why they need an expert like you.
Well, thank you.
So, in short, you know, if somebody wants to reach you, if they want to have something remodeled, should they reach you by calling your number at 614-848-3910? Is that the best way to reach you?
Absolutely, that's our office number.
Okay.
And we look forward to working with the clients.
And tell me real quick why your company, like, what sets your company apart from everyone else?
You know, a lot of people have asked us that question, and I can tell you it's probably the superb customer-client relations
Yeah.
that we have with our clients.
I've seen that.
We've had wonderful clients that we deal with, and we have just had a continued relationship with them.
Well, I'm so glad to have you on our show, and it means a lot to me, being that we've been lifelong friends, and I've seen your work, and it's really a privilege for us to have you on.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
It
you
is
so
beautiful
much.
work. I saw some pictures, and my wife said my friend works here, and I thought, wow, who works in that office? And then I got home and she said,
That's
they don't
what
work
Cita
in the
did.
office. That was Ventura Remodeling who did the office.
So don't forget to call Cita.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having us on.
Hey, coming up, we're going to be talking about real estate. Are you thinking about becoming a realtor? Maybe you'd like to be a realtor? Lori and I are going to tell you how we got into the business.